Hello Capricorn, this is Joanna with Crystal Luna Tarot. I hope you are all doing very well today. I have been away from YouTube for approximately 3 months now, but I am back and I am glad that you are here watching this with me today. So thank you for your support. We're going to start with Capricorn, okay? So we have your card already placed out. We have the cards already pre-shuffled with your energy. So what we're going to do is just get started. I'm going to do a spread based on how the other person feels about you, okay? So that's what we're going to focus on, how they feel about you, and then I will finish it off with some clarification cards on how the relationship or the situation will progress based on what takes place here with the cards today. Okay, so this is your reading for the week of the 16th. That's August 16th. We shall begin. Please tell me what Capricorn needs to know about anyone that they may be interested in. So Capricorn, I ask you to, at this moment, take time to meditate and think about the person that you are most fond of at this moment, the person that you are interested in, and this should be able to give us a very accurate reading. One more shuffle. Okay, let's start. I'm actually out in the gazebo, so if you hear any type of noise, it's going to be nature, or yeah, pretty much nature and some vehicles, but it's pretty much going to be nature. Alrighty, at the bottom of the deck we have the Page of Wands. So at this point we might have a problem here as far as how you may be speaking to the other person that you're interested in, or how they're speaking to you. You may not be speaking to each other at this time. I will look into that further. But if you are having some sort of communication, it's not likely that it's the type that you are going to be fond of, because it seems quite limited. Okay, so we'll look into that. It's kind of tight here. Okay, we're going to start off with the center. Okay, in the center of your reading is the Ten of Swords. This tells us that for some of you, not for all, but for some Capricorns, your situation, your relationship, or if this was someone you were casually dating, it possibly has come to an end if it hasn't already. And if you are still seeing this person, it might be on and off again type of relationship. And that may explain why you, let me just pull this out right over here. This will explain why the lack of communication, and I do believe this was inverted. Let's keep it with its true essence, okay? Now, what's underneath that all is the fact that you have the Eight of Swords. So this tells me that someone feels confined, okay? The person that you may be interested in is confined in some way. They might not be able to, see, if you have asked this person out already and you have gone out on dates and you're dating or whatnot, this person may be confined to how many times they may be going out. There's actually a problem here. This person seems as if they're tied up with other endeavors, with other things that are keeping their time. This person might already be, I don't want to say that they're in a relationship, but a relationship comes in many different forms. This could be someone who's very committed to family, committed to work, someone who's actually sharing their time, splitting their time, so they might not be able to give you as much of it as your union or the relationship would need to thrive, okay? What's underlining all, what they don't really see right now, is that they are actually taking a very slow approach. With the Knight of Pentacles here in their subconscious, they are taking a very slow approach to how they are handling this union, and they might not necessarily see it. They might probably feel that they are going slower than the norm, and they may be a little cautious, but they are definitely not seeing the bigger picture as you may be experiencing it, where they may feel they're at a higher speed with how the relationship is moving along is definitely not that for you. So you're not seeing eye to eye with that. In the recent past, this person here looks like they've had some decision to make in love, with the Lovers showing up as an upside down card energy here. That shows us that they might have had a choice to make. And once again, this doesn't necessarily mean that they have someone else in the picture, even though sometimes it can mean that if they are dating or you're dating them, they might have someone else that they're deciding between. Okay, or this might be vice versa. You might be deciding in between this person as well. So that has been an issue in the recent past, just so that you can keep that in mind. That's something that they're struggling with as well, how to kind of just tie that in all together, especially since we started off with some swords here. That's definitely something that they are giving a lot of mind to. Okay, so you might be dealing with someone who's an air sign because of the swords, or the Lovers card also sometimes signifies that it could be a Gemini, but we also have Taurus here, so it could pretty much be any sign. Okay, what we have here, what's crowning the individual, okay, is the actual Eight of Cups, and that is inverted. That is the second 8 that you actually receive here with the 8 of Wands. You have the 8 of Cups. So this person is actually, it looks as if they may have left and they are returning back, or they are thinking of returning back, okay, if they haven't done so already, because they feel as if there is unfinished business between the two of you, so they want to kind of explore that some more. This is a very big energy here where it says we kind of pulled out prematurely. We should have given it more time, or they might have felt that way, but they're definitely feeling that way now if they haven't stressed that point to you yet. In the near future, we have the Wheel of Fortune. That's inverted. So that means that timing is an issue with this actual connection. So from what I can see here is that there is definitely a big connection between you and this other person, Capricorn. And timing is, I wouldn't say that it's not on your side, but timing may be a very big cause as to why you might not be aligning as you should, because this could also indicate that this is a destined or fate, one might say, either a fated situation or love affair, or just really someone that you are supposed to be dating or seeing in some way, because they're here to teach you a lesson as you are to teach them a lesson as well. As we continue, the action that they will be taking is a lot of thought with the this is the Six of Cups, and it is inverted. Okay, this is our card of reflecting towards any good times, or possibly feeling as if you know this person for quite some time. So I'm really getting the feeling here that you might feel this person is someone very close to you in such a way that I'm even picking up past life type of relationship, kind of how can I put this, like knowing without knowing. It's just a sense of knowing someone without really knowing them in this physical dimension, but just feeling as if you know this person somehow, some way along the lines you've crossed paths. And that's why the Wheel of Fortune is inverted, because your time is not up. As we progress to what the environment is for this individual, once again, see, it's the Two of Swords and it's inverted. This person is having a really hard time figuring out what to do. They really just genuinely, they just don't know what to do. They don't know what to pick at this point. I'm going to have to clarify it if you just don't mind for a moment. I don't want this to be a very long video. That is one thing I'm trying to cut on, is the time of my videos, the length. I want to keep them no longer than about a good 15 minutes. So let's see why the person that you are, that's in your love field, why are they somehow lost in this thought process? All right, so we have the Five of Cups. is stress. Pretty much is stress. If you do have a history with this person, they may be reflecting on what has already taken place, and they don't want this to be a repeated scenario. But if you haven't, and this is something new, this person is somehow feeling depressed or sad, or has a lot on their plate emotionally that they may not be sharing with you. So definitely how this person feel is affecting the relationship. Okay, so I don't want you to think that this may be something that you could completely turn around, because the person that you're connecting with has some sort of deep-rooted emotional problems that they're dealing with at this moment. Okay, as we move on to what the advice card would be, is once again is a number 2, is the 2 of Pentacles. This person is going to be making a decision to juggle your relationship, and most likely whatever it is that is keeping them from fully committing to this union, to this I don't know if I should call it a relationship. It could be, you know, just a friendship, or just someone that you have a meeting of minds, but definitely someone that you're both, there's a mutual attraction here, and you're both very interested in one another. So this person looks like, I pulled out 2 cards, it looks like they are going to be interested in juggling you both. Okay, if you're down for that, they will be willing to do that. They probably more than likely haven't let you know yet, as the 2 of Wands inverted with the 4 of Cups tells me that they are giving this lots and lots of thought, but they haven't taken action on it yet. So you will be hearing about this. Now, as a final card for the outcome will be the counterpart, okay, to my 2 of Wands is the 3 of Wands, and that is also inverted. So that tells me that this person is actually not going to just keep this in their thought process. They're going to verbalize this. They're going to talk to you about it, and they want to come to some sort of happy medium, you know, happy median, a happy solution, okay, because this person doesn't want to let go just yet. Now, so that I can just wrap this up, I'm going to pull out some of the love angel cards. Okay, can you please tell me what the outcome is going to be for the week of the 16th for Capricorn and their counterpart, whoever that may be. Okay, please think of the person in mind, or that you have in mind at this moment, so that you can strengthen the energy field. Okay, the first card we see, second and third. Okay, the first card we see is the let your friends help you. The second one is retreat, and the third one is separation. So this tells me that you should definitely discuss this with your friends, with people who are close to you. And when I say friends, it could be friend, or just someone who is not judgmental and can give you some proper advice, because you definitely do have a connection here, and you just kind of just need that support, because I do feel that there is something positive going on here, okay, that should be explored. Now it moves on to the retreat. When we get this card, sometimes this is a date. Someone actually is going to ask you out on a date. So if this person is someone from afar and you have yet to make a connection in that way, where you're dating or even have asked each other out, maybe this is someone you've seen from afar and you are interested in this person. And I mean, the scenarios can just go on and on, but I can tell you right now that we have some sort of gathering, like a date, coffee date, something quite along that type of thing, where you're going to get together and enjoy your time. Now, what we have following is the separation. So what that tells me is that you have to be mindful that this relationship can be one of these short-lived unions. For some reason, I just really get that sense that it might be one of those on, off again type of scenarios. So be mindful of that. Yes, there is some more exploring to do in order for some lessons to be learned, and this is on your behalf as well. And I say this to you, Capricorn, as well as the other person involved. But just keep that in mind, that this person might not be able to give you their all their attention or their time, because there is something else that is catching I wouldn't say catching, like if they're catching their attention or anything quite like that. Something that is keeping them, okay, from making that move. And it might just be self-sabotage. This person is somehow saddened by their circumstances, or they might just have low self-esteem, or they might have someone else involved. Now, I didn't see evidence that there is a third party, but with the Lovers here in reverse, that's definitely a possibility that should be considered. So Capricorn, I hope that you enjoyed your miniature reading for the 16th of August. If you enjoyed the content, I always appreciate a thumbs up to let me know that this is something along the lines that you appreciate and you like, and I should continue. Okay, you know, the kind of just the short type of readings sometimes are best. But that's what I think anyhow. So I hope you enjoyed it, and be well, be blessed, and I'll see you next week. Okay, ciao.